Hello everybody, welcome back to Kindred Spirits on the Roof. Last time we got to see the results of Operation Sparkling Sunshine, and that seemed to pan out well. We got exactly what we wanted, a clear answer from Sono-sensei to Tsurugamini, and that closed out everything we had to do in July. It seems like July kind of calmed things down between everyone. Like all the subplots kind of got some trash taken care of. By trash, I just mean conflict kind of smoothed out. But why do I get the feeling this is like the calm before the storm? I mean, I feel like the only person who I feel like we didn't leave like on the greatest note with was Yuna. But that's okay because we're gonna return back to our story today and start on August 8th. Which is the first day of the summer camp. The summer camp starts today. Yeah, I can't deny that I'm a little excited. Up until now, the days of summer vacation have really dragged on. I had a few things to keep me busy, like preparing for the camp and getting homework done. And Tina's been going to practice almost every day. It's been fun listening to her talk about it during dinner. I'm a little nervous since it seems like Hina and Amishima-senpai have been spreading certain rumors. The girls on the team are expecting a lot out of their meals during the summer camp. But I'm a little happy about that too. They asked me to do this, and I don't intend to cut corners or anything. I wouldn't want to disappoint them with my cooking. I asked Inamoto-senpai by text for anything I need to be aware of while I was planning the menu. I've got a good idea of what I'll need for the week, including shopping trips and such. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm bringing 3 of my favorite aprons, though they're not really fancy or anything. The school already has a good supply of cooking equipment, but I'm also bringing the knives that I'm used to using. We're meeting there at 9, so I need to start getting ready. So is this like an overnight camping thing? Summer camp type deal? It sounds like Yuna's packing stuff, like she's not going to be home all week, which is really interesting. I know like overnight camps exist and stuff. I never went to one myself when I was a kid, especially not one that was sponsored or held by my school, you know. I had to cook for 25 people in total, 22 track team members, the team's advisor, the coach, and me. Aren't you supposed to have help, like assistants or something, Yuna? Or you just decided to take all this burden on yourself? Which wouldn't surprise me at this point. It seems very Yuna. You look good in the tracksuit, though. I just gotta say, red's a nice color on you, Yuna. They were going to require more calories than most people, obviously since they're an athletic club. They'd burn them all off before even thinking about cutting back, I bet. When I thought about it as 20 Hinas, I got a good idea of the amount I'd need to make. I had thought her appetite might be an exception, but it didn't seem extreme for the girls on the team. I'll need all my skill for this. I'm happy you're happy cooking. Considering last time we saw Yuna at the end of July, I could see how cooking might have been ruined for her, even though we've seen her cooking dinner and stuff. But it's nice. I'm glad. I don't think I had realized how important cooking was to her, because it seems to be more than just something she does. It's something she enjoys. Like, that was obvious when she accepted the offer from Miyu and Matsuri. So it makes me happy. She's doing what she loves. There's nothing like a good challenge, right? When you're passionate about something. I mean, look at these. She's making like club sandwiches and pumpkin salad sandwiches. For dessert, we'll have whipped cream and fruit sandwiches and French toast with maple syrup. Seriously, that is passion. That sounds like a good challenge, too. Nice. I put on my apron. That was enough to get me pumped up. I'll start with boiling the eggs and making the pumpkin salad. Good work today, Yuna-san. Yeah. I'm really tired. That seemed to be quite a lot of work cooking for the track team. Yeah, I may have underestimated the appetite of an athletic club. I think it tasted fine. Yeah, everyone said it was good. They said it was all better than they expected and really delicious. I'm happy about that. I figured I could just put out the sandwiches and everyone would take the ones they wanted. I should have considered serving them, I guess. They disappeared in no time, and how fast they ate was only matched by how much they ate. I thought I made enough for what I'd been told, but I realized halfway through that nobody was slowing down. I started hurriedly making more simple sandwiches with ham and lettuce, but those disappeared as quickly as I could finish them, too. I was seriously worried I'd made some grave miscalculation for a little while. But Amishima-senpai said they were just so good that she couldn't stop eating them. So maybe they all just got a little carried away. Anyway, I'll be cooking for those track team appetites for the next week, huh? This may be more work than I'd originally thought, but today gave me the motivation to see it through. After that whirlwind of lunch, the team took a little break and went off to their afternoon practice. And since I can do whatever I want until it's time to make dinner, I came up to the roof like this. As of today, the summer camp is underway, and it looks like a lot of people I've been helping are participating. In the end, even summer vacation hasn't stopped us from having these strategy meetings on the roof. It looks like the broadcasting club girls are starting at the camp today too, Yuna-san. The 3 of them arrived together while you were preparing lunch. They're the only ones in club coming to the camp, it seems. I see. The rest of the club isn't participating? They appear to be making a radio drama with the drama club. A radio drama? A play broadcast on the radio, I suppose it must mean. That's why just the 3 of them are involved. I don't really follow that logic, but whatever. Huh. I don't expect Umi-chan and Sasa-chan will need any particular help, though. The lecture Naina-chan gave them before summer vacation was quite something. I wish you could have heard it too, Yuna-san. Oh yeah, 'cause they were on the roof, so I guess Sachi and Megumi saw that whole showdown. Nice. I'm not sure how I feel about their peeping, or eavesdropping, I suppose, in this case, but there's probably no point in telling these kindred spirits that. And apparently after hearing this, Miyama-san told them to be proud of their relationship and not worry about her. She wasn't bothered by it, and she didn't feel left out. They'd be able to continue being friends. After how bothered Miyama-san seemed by how much the 2 of them, particularly Ichiki-san, were worrying about her, I suppose this is for the best. It looks like Miyama-san managed to do what we talked about during our study session before the exams. Naina-san was super clear with her words. It was kind of surprising. I might agree there. But that's just how bothered Miyama-san was by those 2, I guess. I hope she can sleep well now. I'm still thinking that there was more to why Naina didn't tell them. I know she did come out and say she wanted to give them space. I just feel like there's more there. But what do I know? Then there's Kiri-san and Sono-chan of the math club here today, too. Oh yeah, I guess Sachi and Megumi probably saw that whole scene go down as well, because that was on the roof, too. Oh no, more trouble? Trouble in paradise? I didn't think the math club was that intense, but I wonder if they're preparing for the school festival or something. Sono-chan's the teacher in charge of the camp, you see. If an issue with the summer camp comes up, it goes to her. Oh, I see. Right from the first day, there are girls who don't have rooms or don't have futons and things like that. Oh, so I guess that answers the question. That it is an overnight thing. It feels like a bit of a waste, doesn't it? They're at the camp together, but they're too busy to have any time alone. And it looks like Sono-chan's advising a bunch of other clubs, too. Huh, is she? I thought it was just the math club. Well, you need an advisor to participate in the camp, even if your club doesn't have too many students, right? Yeah, I think so. You're supposed to get permission from your advisor for the summer camp, and they stay over to supervise as well. When you're participating as an individual, it's the teacher in charge who has that role. It looks like Sono-chan's taken over for the advisors who can't make it to school during the summer camp. Ah, I see. Wow, that seems a little rash, or like she's kind of being taken advantage of. You might be right. Sono-chan seems to think it's convenient since she's also the advisor for the school festival planning committee. Huh? She's on the festival committee too? Wow, how does she have time for all that? Exactly. It's only the first day, and it already looks a little overwhelming. The math club's room has already been the temporary office for both the school festival committee and the camp advisor. Sounds like it could get out of hand fast. Quite. Kiri-chan is remarkably busy helping her, too. Say, Yuna-san. Yeah? I wonder if you could help them, just enough to lighten their burden some. Right. Well, I can do whatever I want when I'm not cooking for the track team. I might be able to manage it. Just the time you can spare is fine, alright? Yeah, I'll do what I can. So I said, but I wonder how exactly I can help them. I'll go check on them tomorrow then. Please do. Then there's just the two on the track team, right? Aihara-senpai and Maki-san aren't here? It seems Maki-chan and Miki-chan are not participating, no. They may still stop by the school, though. I believe the remedial lessons have also begun today. Ah, that's right. I hadn't been paying attention to the makeup class schedules since they didn't have anything to do with me. Wait, makeup classes. So then, makeup classes for the serial latecomers started today too? Yes, Yoka-chan's here. I thought so. She did say something like that on the day of the exams, didn't she? Aryo-san said she'd be in charge of the makeup classes for the latecomers too, right? Aki-chan also appears to be in charge of the discipline over the summer camp as well. She's here today too. Oh, I see. There seem to be a lot of busy people here. You don't want me to help her too, do you? It doesn't appear that Aki-chan's overwhelmed, but she seemed to be quite concerned about Tsukiyo-sensei's circumstances. So if I go see Sono-sensei, I'll probably run into Aryu-san too, huh? I'm not acquainted with her, though. It sounds like I should help Tsurugamini-san and Sono-sensei, and keep an eye on Aryu-san and Yoka. Is that correct? Just so. I don't think we need to worry about Umi-chan and Sasa-chan, or Matsuri-chan and Miyu-chan. It is summer, after all. I hope everyone will be able to make time to be alone together. And I'll be helping to make that possible. Sounds like I'm going to be busy. You can do it, Yuna. Don't make it sound so easy. It's a lot of work just cooking for the track team already. We'll help with whatever we're able to. Ask us anything, okay? Alright, thank you. Though I doubt I could ask them to do anything other than tell me who's where. I don't think there'll be any help with Sono-sensei's work. That'll be my job. Yep, just like cleaning the reference room. All on your own. Do your best. Yeah. I'll get back to the cafeteria then. I'd like to check out the ovens and stoves before I start making dinner. I had to get used to the equipment and figure out if it had any quirks that could affect my efficiency a lot. The easier my cooking work gets, the more time I'll be able to devote to helping other people. I'll just think everything over and find the best solution. Understanding problems and finding solutions. Yeah, it's what I'm always doing. For today, I would just spend time on my cooking work. I had to go out to buy ingredients after this too. So that last comment before this one was really interesting. because it seems like Yuna really, to me, like, this seems to be very obvious conflict in Yuna, is that a part of her does like helping, at least she likes helping these girls specifically, but at the same time it seems to bother her too, and it's just an interesting conflict, and I can't wait to get like more into her and what's going on, because it's been a weird mixture with her, I feel like, of helping and then kind of enjoying the helping. I mean, really enjoying helping because she's usually the one who's the most proactive, but then almost feeling like obliged to help because that conversation she has with Aihara senpai is all about her her feeling like, you know, why me? Why is it my responsibility to help other people or to take care of other people? And I'm paraphrasing majorly there, but that's the sense I got from that conversation. Yet we always see her being so proactive with helping Sachi and Megumi, and she does seem to get some joy when it comes to helping the girls. But there does also seem to be like this conflict of sometimes I don't know how to explain it beyond that, I guess. But it'll be cool. Like, I've said this many times, you guys are probably all sick of it. I really enjoyed where they're going with Yuna's character, and I'll get into more detail on it as it's appropriate, because right now I'm still not sure where this is gonna go. I have some thoughts, which you guys have heard me slowly like build up, but I'm not sure. Anyways, the second day of the camp, after the track team had finished with breakfast, I'd made some takikomi gohan onigiri that I thought I might be able to share with Sono-sensei and company. But I was not prepared for the sight that awaited me when I arrived at the math club room. I wonder what takikomi is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. There was a mountain of papers stacked up on the desk in the middle of the room, and several additional smaller hills surrounded the mountain in the middle. With all the pens and stamps lying around, it took only a single glance to see what the situation was in there. Oh yes, who is it? What? Wait a second, you can't come in right now. I can't handle anymore. I won't know what to do. Yeah, I thought the situation would be something like that. Exactly how much work do you have to make a stack of papers so huge that you can't even tell if there are people in here? I'll see what she needs, Sono-sensei. Keep doing what you're doing, you two. Okay. Thank you, Yuri-san. Oh, I'm so excited. We know, like, literally nothing about Aki, and I so want to know what's going on in her head. Oh, Arya-san's here, too. Before I could make up my mind about barging into the room, Arya-san came to me. Let's see, your name and what you need? I don't need anything, but... I see. Well, then, as you can probably tell, we're quite busy at the moment. Please come back later if you don't have anything urgent. That's not it. You're Aryu-san, right? Yeah, this has always worked in the past, Yuna. Find some reason to stick around, to deflect and lie or come up with a story. This is good, though. I've heard your name from Yoka, so... From Yoka? Yeah, we were in the same class in middle school. We still talk from time to time. And you notice Yuna didn't hesitate. Like, up to this point when Yuna's always had to, like, come up with a distraction to, like, get information or to hold someone's attention. Because she did this, I remember, with Tsurugamini. And maybe just it was with Tsurugamini. I can't recall another incident. So when she did this with Tsurugamini... she, like, really hesitated, and she's like... Oh, she did it with Sono-sensei, too, I think. And it's like she really hesitated and was like, well, I gotta come up with something. But this, she just goes right... But this unit just goes straight into, like, the distraction tactic. Comes up with it on top of her head. It's great. Subtle changes like that are always really nice touches. I see, but as I said, we're a bit busy at the moment. Please come back later if you're just here to talk. Oh, We need a new plan, Yuna. Sorry, I brought some refreshments. I figured maybe you could use some lunch. Refreshments? Yeah, since I'm participating in the camp as the cook for the track team. The advisor of the track team told me you guys were a little busy over here. Yeah, that's good. Thinking on your toes, Yuna. That's a lie, of course. Yeah, we know. Tomi-san, refreshments? What? Just some onigiri and things. Yay, I was just getting hungry. We've been so busy I didn't even have time to go get breakfast. Really? I'm glad I can help. So what are you doing here, Aryu-san? I'm in charge of disciplinary committee matters at the camp. It's convenient for me to be here, and I couldn't really leave these two alone. I see what you mean. Tsurugamini-san and Sono-sensei wasted no time pouncing on the onigiri I left undefended on the table. Are these two getting proper breakfasts? I'm already worried. Mind if I help too? I'm allowed to do whatever I want when I'm not on cooking duty. Really? Hey, Tsurugamini-san, we shouldn't rush to take advantage of her kindness. This is pretty hard work, Tomi-san. Are you sure? Yeah, well, I was getting a little bored. I'll help out with whatever I can. Yay! I'm sorry, and thank you. This may be a really big help. Nah. What should I do? Well, let's see. This, come help me. I'm putting together notices for the camp participants, but it's like, I don't even know how many to make. Notices for the campers? Yeah, problems were already cropping up yesterday. It's rules for shower duration, cooking schedules, futon use, those sorts of things. I put together some suggestions. Whoa, Arya-san's impressive. She's attacking the problems right at the root. But it's pointless if some people get the notice and others don't. And when we printed them out for everyone, this happened. And I'm supposed to put them all together myself? Well, Sono-sensei has all sorts of other work to do. I told you I'd help as well, didn't I? It was your idea, so shouldn't you be doing it? It's really supposed to be the job of the teacher in charge of the summer camp. Since they were my suggestions, I thought I'd help. You too? Looks like Aryu-san and Tsurugamini-san were both starting to lose their composure from all the work. I felt a little sorry for Sono-sensei in between the two of them. Oh god, I've been there. You're so stressed out and you're trying to work with someone on a project and you're just at each other's throats, and it's for no other reason that you're tired, you're hungry, and you're stressed, and you're overworked. How many are there? 100 maybe? We're making 120 to be sure. Alright, then it should take about an hour for two of us to do it. First we should move somewhere with a little more room. Huh? Yes, Yuna's efficiency comes in handy. I think we'd get in the way of Sono-sensei and Aryu-san's work here. If we use a classroom, we can organize the papers by page. Then we only need to put them together and staple them. That'd be easier, right? Oh yes, so our work with Aihara-senpai is now coming in handy. Not that I didn't think Yuna already knew how to staple papers effectively into packets. Division of labor, yo. Maybe you should stay here to help Sono-sensei, Tsurugamini-san. We could get this done together, Aryu-san. Oh, I see what you did there, Yuna. I see what you did there. Thanks. We should carry the printouts there first then. Could you find an empty classroom on the second floor, Aryu-san? Sure. Could you just help with carrying the printouts, Tsurugamini-san? Oh, okay. Thanks. Let's get this done with. I've got to get back before lunch after all. Oh, shoot. It's like my switch just flipped there. When I see a problem like this, I always think it through and try to find the quickest way to handle it. I totally took control there, and nobody had even asked me to. Yeah, Yuna. This is... I'm gonna say, you guys are gonna hate me. This is classic codependency. But yeah, we also know from Yuna's dream that she might try to take control of things. But, it's also kind of codependent. Anyways, I was a little concerned about Aryu-san and Tsurugamini-san's bewildered looks. I hope they hadn't taken offense or anything. Thank you, Tomi-san. Huh? It looks like I lost my composure there a little, too. It should have been obvious that we didn't need to do everything here. Oh no, I'm sorry for being so bossy. Don't worry about it. I wanted to get this over with before lunch, too. Really? That's good then. Should I come help you guys every so often? It looks like a lot to do. It would be a big help, especially if it's you, Tomi-san. Yes. Yuna's Yuna's efficient. She's not just efficient, she's effective too. But we barely chatted, and Aryu-san was incredibly efficient. We were finished in around 30 minutes. Thank you, Tomi-san. You were a big help, and thanks for the snacks too. Whoa, these onigiri are super good. Sure. Those two thanked me when I left the club room. That wasn't so bad. I hadn't thought they'd appreciate how pushy I was being before. This is a nice song. Is this a new song? I feel like I haven't heard this song be played before. I have to say, I've changed my mind about some of the music. Some of the songs I don't like still, but some of this music's actually kind of calming. I go to bed usually with the music in my head. Not because probably because I've been listening to it all day playing this game. When I went to the cafeteria kitchen to prepare dinner, I found Miyama-san there. There were a few other people from some other clubs too, of course. She was hard not to notice the way she sat in front of the pot with an apron on. She looked a little out of place. Oh, it's Yuna. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't know you'd be participating in the summer camp. Hina asked me, so I'm cooking for the track team. You're here with the broadcasting club, right, Miyama-san? Hey, Miyama-san's kind of a pain, right? Just Naina's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's one less syllable, right? You think so? Then Naina-san's fine? Yep. Have you been hanging out with Ano? Because that's such an Ano response. Dinner for the broadcasting club. What are you making? Cooking's a lot of work, so I figured curry would be fine. Well, I could have figured that out from the smell of the pot. Oh, same as me then. The track team's getting curry tonight too. Oh yeah? The potatoes and carrots have already been heated in the microwave, since they take too much time to stew. I've got the stock ready too, so if I start with the onions, it should be done in about an hour. While it's all cooking, I can make the salad and soup with some tofu and broccoli for a garnish. I'm making 60 servings of curry. Inamoto-senpai had laughed when I told her, saying we can just keep any leftovers for a late-night snack. Athletes sure have an appetite. What do you have yesterday? I asked her as I started getting ready. I couldn't really picture Naina-san cooking, but maybe the other two. Ichiki-san might be able to. Futano-san? I can't really imagine either. Starting with her in an apron. Yeah, Sasa I couldn't imagine in an apron. I also can't imagine her cooking. Oh, but apparently she made dinner yesterday. Oh, wait. Sasa was in charge. Oh, never mind. She just brought something from home. Something her mom made. But we can't exactly do that today, so I'm here cooking. So you can cook, Naina-san? Oh, look at this. Look at Yuna, being friendly to Naina. I mean, I really like the friendship they've been developing. Considering Yuna, I mean, I talked about this the first time they had talked, or not the first time they had talked, but during the study session that Nana attended at Yuna's place. Like, this is super nice, subtle character development. Because now Yuna is, like, initiating conversation. And, like, with trivial things like, oh, what did you guys do for dinner? Oh, you can cook, right? Like, that's so friendly. And it's so sweet. Because Yuna, we know, generally kind of has just put off this idea. Because Yuna, like, if it wasn't Ano or Hina, Yuna hasn't really been, like, super warm towards people, but I feel like this is a real change in her personality. And it's nice that she's like befriending Nana, and her and Nana are starting to, like, develop this friendship. I really like it. Well, I think it's hard to mess it up, but it kind of hurts my pride to hear that everyone can do it while I'm over here putting all this effort in. The two of them said they'd help, but they've kind of got their own stuff going on. Oh yeah? I replied without stopping my hands. We're making the radio drama for the school festival, you see. I'm doing the production, so I'm good, but they've got to think of what to put in it and stuff. They haven't been able to decide on a single thing this whole time. I see. Wait! I casually glanced over at Nana's pot during the conversation and... Nana-san, scum! That's a ton of scum! Huh? Where? Where? You can't tell? Look at all of it! The surface of the pot's contents was covered in tiny bubbles of gunk, so much that I couldn't even see the ingredients beneath it. Wait a second. Why is there this much scum after you've put the roe in it? Is that how you pronounce that? Excuse me. I'm just gonna... or the roux? Is that French? Is it roux then? Whatever. And why isn't it thickening at all, even with the roux? I don't know. What's going on here? Again, like I said, I'm not a huge cooking person. I do like to cook, but I'm not that intense about it, that passionate about it, to where I know technical terms. What? And how many people are you cooking for? Do you have the right amount? Huh? It's fine, isn't it? I just cut some stuff up and threw the roux in. Why are you being so slapdash? That's a very interesting word, slapdash. Is that a real word? Well, it's too much work otherwise, right? Can't you just throw in the ingredients and the roux and simmer it? You can, but you can't. This is awful. At this rate, you'll probably end up with some bland-tasting curry soup. This is one of two totally typical curry failures, along with burning the whole thing, including the pot. I'm sorry, Yuna's really passionate, man. I mean, I know she's passionate, but we're really seeing it. She is passionate, and she's involved, and she knows what she's doing, and poor Nana is just getting the brunt of it. Sure, okay. Yeah, this is no good. There's no flavor at all. How do you salvage this? Do you remember how many ingredients you used? I think I had 1 carrot probably. Maybe 2 potatoes and... there aren't enough vegetables. And why did she use that much meat? I racked my brain for how to salvage the soup. Nana-san, they have pressure cookers, so go borrow one. One that's about 4 liters. Huh? Where are they? On the shelf over there. They're pots with thick lids that have something like a stopper on the top. You can't miss them. Oh, okay. I turned off the heat while Nana-san was fetching the pot. We couldn't do anything about the simmering roux now, except finishing everything in one go in a pressure cooker, even if it meant some extra cleaning. I borrowed some of the missing ingredients from the track team's stock. They might fall apart while they cook, but at least they'll thicken it up. We may not be able to get it perfect, but it can still turn out edible. I got one. Is this fine? Yeah, sorry, but we're gonna do this over, okay? We're gonna make it into a proper curry. Yeah, okay. Nah, this is a big help. You can't be so haphazard with your meals, honestly. Well, maybe, but none of us know how to cook, so... none of you? Well, I already told you about Sasa, and Ui's pretty hopeless, too. Ah, I see. Have you cooked the rice? Do you have any other side dishes? Oh, I forgot about the rice, and I don't have anything else, just the curry. Ah, jeez, why are you so half-assed? Huh? Well, isn't curry enough, usually? For now, we'll fix the curry. Eat with the track team today, okay? We'll share some of our side dishes. Huh? Oh, okay, that'd be cool. What were you gonna do about breakfast and lunch? Well, it's a little hard on the wallet, but the convenience store? Yuna's getting way too involved in this. It's kind of hilarious. If not, makes me a little sad, but it's hilarious. I'll cook for the broadcasting club too. I'll ask the advisor of the track team, but how about you guys just contribute to the cost of ingredients? Huh? That'd be great. Is it really okay? Adding 3 more people won't be too much more work. I don't mind. Whoa, thanks, Yuna. Honestly, I was kind of thinking this was a huge pain. Even if it is, that's no reason to be careless with what you eat. Yeah, I know that, but you can't change what you're not good at, right? I get that. I'll give you our meal schedule later, so come eat at those times from now on, okay? Okay, got it. Man, you're amazing, Yuna. I'm not all that great. I just have some experience cooking. No, not that. How scary you got. I get how you hang out with Ano now. I love it. Scary. Sorry, did I go too far? No, I told you it was a big help. I bet Umi and Sasa will be thankful that we get to eat real food during the camp, too. I see. That's good then. I'm relieved. I almost thought I'd done it again. I just can't stop myself. All it does is make me remember back then, yet for some reason I just keep butting in on this stuff today. I keep opening my mouth. Yeah, no, I think you did do it again, honestly. I mean, it's nice that you care about Nena and Umi and Sasa, but but that was total butting in to the extreme. It really feels like some switch was flipped and stuck in place. I quickly fixed up Nena-san's curry, then set about making the track teams. You've got to move fast when you're cooking for so many people or you'll never finish. I worked quickly as I'd previously planned. Yeah, I doubt I'll be able to flip this back. It's fun to immerse myself in cooking, that much I know. I concentrated on my hands, trying as hard as I could not to remember the past. I doubt Umi and Sasa were expecting much, but I bet they'll be surprised now. Though, since you're cooking, Yuna, I won't have as many excuses to sneak out, huh? Do you still have to do things like that? Nah, but when they've got a good mood going, I kinda don't want to intrude, you know? Yeah, I think I get what you mean. I wonder what it feels like to be in love. I almost spit out the curry I was taste testing. I hadn't expected to hear that from Nena-san. What do you think, Yuna? Well... Huh. Oh my god, those are awful choices. Hold on, let me save. Oh my god, but those are awful choices. We have to choose... It's probably not bad with a question mark. And seems like a lot of trouble. You know, I think I'm gonna go with seems like a lot of trouble. I don't know why. I just feel like it's probably not bad isn't gonna be very exciting. But seems like a lot of trouble. Seems like we might get a good conversation going between these two. I think it seems like a lot of trouble. Seriously? I thought that too when I saw Sasa swinging through motions every little thing Umi did. But Sasa seemed like she was having fun back then, and it's the same for the two of them now. Yeah? Uh-huh. People talk about love being hard, but if they're having that much fun with it, maybe it's not too bad. Maybe. Are you in love or anything, Yuna? Huh? I don't really know. That's an interesting answer. I feel like that's a very clear yes or no question, because to say I don't know implies that she thinks she might be. I just think that's very weird to answer that way, unless there's someone in your mind that you're thinking of that you might possibly have feelings for, but you don't know yet. I don't really know what it means to love someone either. The cooking had almost finished while we discussed those sorts of things. Oh, great, thanks. I would have loved to hear more of that conversation, but I guess we're not gonna get into it now. It's curry, so I'm sure it'll be a hit. Yeah, I don't know, curry? I love curry, but I don't know, maybe it's personally. Curry's not usually what I want to eat when I know I'm going to be, like, working my ass off physically. But that's just me. Curry's delicious, though, especially when it's made well. Oh my god. It's amazing. I'm cooking for a few more people than I was yesterday, but that hasn't really changed the amount of work. I got Amashima-senpai and the track team's advisor's approval to cook for the broadcasting club, too, so that's fine. Ichiki-san and Futano-san were thrilled about it as well. They came rubbing their eyes sleepily to the cafeteria this morning, all three of them in matching shirts. Ichiki-san said something about the radio drama writing being rough and them not getting a lot of sleep. Nena-san had said the same thing, but it just kind of sounded like her usual thing. Yep, that sounds like typical Nena. Nothing weird there. I was planning to go help Sono-sensei after cleaning up breakfast. I had barely left the cafeteria when... Hey, it's our favorite rocker! I miss Yoka. Hey, if it ain't Yuna. Oh, Yoka, off to makeup classes? I checked my phone while Yoka ran up to me. It's a bit before 9. Yep, 4 hours packed tight until lunch. Why do you sound so excited about remedial classes? Huh? 'Cause when they're done, I have a lunch date with the girl I love. Why wouldn't I be happy? Oh, is that right? I bet you're the only one taking these classes with such impure motives, Yoka. Impure? No way, I'm the purest of them all. Yeah. Classes are boring as heck, but when they're over, I get to eat and talk with Aki. Oh man, I couldn't imagine a better summer vacation. Aki? Ario-san said Yoka too, didn't she? I'm glad you guys have gotten close. Really, she was Aryu-sama a little while ago, and now she's already Aki? Yeah, I'm surprised Yoka doesn't just still slap the Sama on Aki's name. Because I know, like, just to call Aki no honorific first name is already, like, already implies a serious amount of intimacy between them. But considering how Yoka tends to like to idolize people, I'm kind of surprised she doesn't just call her Aki-sama. Yeah, that's all thanks to you, Yuna. I'm super grateful. Huh? Me? Yeah, it was thanks to your advice, you know. I had no idea what to do, but then you told me to try starting as friends. Huh. I did say that, I suppose. That's only obvious, though, right? That's why I'm grateful. I couldn't even think of that obvious stuff. And my song's getting closer and closer to finish, too. I couldn't have done that without your advice, Yuna. Ah, right. Those lyrics. Yeah. I haven't gotten your okay yet, but I'm getting all sorts of inspiration right now. It's always hitting me in the middle of these makeup classes. You really should take those classes seriously. I can't stop what's coming from coming though, right? I'll be done soon. Then you'll look at him again, right? Do I have to? Of course you do. I won't finish him if you don't look at him, Yuna. Well, they do seem to be getting less terrible. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Once my love rock's finished, all that's left is letting it all out on stage at the school festival. I'll shout out everything in my soul in front of Aki. Ah, I see. Wait, the school festival? Yeah. Yoka, you're gonna sing that song on stage at the school festival? Of course. It'll be sweet, right? I'll be singing up on stage in front of everybody, but for only one person. Nothing could be more rock, right? Are you serious? I'm always serious. You can volunteer to present something on the auditorium stage during the school festival, but... See, I got my application right here. The paper she thrust confidently toward me was indeed an application to use the stage during the school festival. But wait a second. Wait a minute, Yoka. What is this? Content rock? What do you mean, what? It's rock, right? I'm gonna do it after all. You idiot! This won't get approved. They don't just let every application through, you know. Okay, Yuna calling Yoka an idiot? It's like... I don't know what it is about Yoka that pushes Yuna, so pushes Yuna's buttons, but something about Yoka, because when Yuna, for instance, when Yuna first read the lyrics to Yoka's song, she was so aggressively upfront. It was incredible, because we've never seen her act that way in front of anyone before. I mean, not even Megumi. Even Megumi, there is some sort of I don't know what it is, but it's a different kind of chemistry. But Yoka incite it just seems to inspire this, I don't know if it's rage, but this irritation from Yuna. I mean, she just called her an idiot. I cannot imagine Yuna calling anyone an idiot in this game. Not a single person I could see her calling an idiot, but the fact that Yoka somehow brings that out of her is actually really funny. What? Seriously? Of course, let me see that. You can't write things like that or they won't even give it a second look. But despite that, it doesn't stop Yuna from butting in, because look at that. She just took the application and she's probably just gonna rewrite it for Yoka. Yeah. I learned plenty about how scary poorly written applications are in middle school when I was the president of the cooking club. Any little imperfection can ruin the whole thing. Make the content a voluntary musical performance or something like that. And for the reason you're applying, it should be something to present the results of your practice. And did you really have to say a once-in-a-lifetime love confession? Right. You won't have to worry about it once the application goes through, so write what you need to do now. Huh, you really are something, Yuna. This is only natural, right? I mean, maybe, but I'd never come up with it. Yeah, you're really amazing, Yuna. You play cool with the system, but you're totally rock on the inside. Yeah, you've got to be at my show, Yuna. I mean, I want to show it to you, too. The opening act of my love. Yeah. I'll show you my application again before I turn it in, so check it for me, would ya? I got it. Aren't you gonna be late, though? Oh, crap, I can't be late. If I'm late to my makeup classes, too, I won't be able to eat lunch with Aki. Get going, then. The bell's about to ring. Yeah, I'm off. See ya, Yuna. Yes, I'll see you. I watched Yoka run down the hallway like a sprinter. She really puts her all into everything, doesn't she? It looks like she and Aryu-san have gotten pretty close. Aryu-san seemed really serious and level-headed. Honestly, I can't really picture the two of them together. I wonder how well this will go for her. A confession of love, eh? And on stage at the school festival? Will Aryu-san accept that? Well, I guess there's no point in worrying about it. The bell rang, the signal for remedial classes to start. Yoka probably made it. I headed off to the math club room to see Sono-sensei. There we go. It was just past 4. It was still pretty hot, but the shade of the school building cast a cool shadow. I left my burden on the bench next to the school building and sat down. I brought the vegetables we'd be having for dinner and a plastic bucket. A paring knife weighed down the pocket of my apron, meaning what I was about to do was peel all the vegetables we'd be eating. What happened to those assistants you were supposed to have, Yuna? I could have sworn Miyu and Matsuri guaranteed you like a few students to help you. Or have you just decided to take all this on yourself? Because you're such a control freak. That's quite possible, actually, now that I think about it. My, that's a lot of potatoes. What's the occasion? Tonight's dinner? Oh, I know, it's curry, right? Sachi-san and Megumi appeared right on cue. Where were they watching from? It's like nothing gets past them. Curry was yesterday. We can't have the same thing twice in a row, right? Oh, was it? There are carrots and onions. I see green beans. Is it nikujaga? Correct, Sachi-san. I'm going to peel the potatoes now. There were 60 potatoes in the box, small May-Queens. At 2 per person, it would be enough for the 28 people on the track team and broadcasting club. About 200 grams per person. Holy shit, Yuna, you're gonna peel 60 potatoes by yourself? Jesus Christ. Then we'd have fried sardine and eggplant, a tomato basil and cheese salad, and some fried tofu miso soup. For dessert, I'd make some simple sherbet out of peaches and syrup. And you're gonna make your own sherbet. Gee, wow. I'm impressed. And more importantly, I want Yuna to make me dinner or a meal of some sort. This is like amazing. These were sent in from the country by one of the members of the track team. I thought we should get some good use of them while we have them. We actually have a whole other box of them too. It might bias the menu somewhat, but since we've got them. You're gonna peel all of these? That sounds like a lot of work. It's not that bad. It should only take an hour or so, right? Potatoes take about a minute to peel each, and the carrots shouldn't add too much time either. What? That's fast. I bet they'd take me like 3 hours. That's a bit too slow, don't you think? Well, I'm used to this. Though I probably don't have too much time to sit around chatting. And right when I picked up a potato to start getting to work. There you are, Yurirei. I turned toward the voice and saw Hina bounding over to me. Oh, Hina, what's up? I came to help. It's my turn today. Ah, is it? To help with dinner preparations, I've had a track team first year coming and assisting me every day. Ah, so you do have help. Thank God. Yeah, cool. I'm just happy you have people helping you. But only one assistant? I feel like you should at least have 2. Maybe 3? So it was Hina's turn today. I didn't know. What should I help with? Well, let's see. Until yesterday, there weren't many things I couldn't handle myself. Though with the numbers I was feeding, I had the helpers set the tables. It was honestly faster for me to just do all the preparations myself. Giving detailed instructions wouldn't really work, since I don't know which of the girls can use knives properly and things like that. But today, what should we do? Hina helps a lot at home, obviously, so I know what I can ask her to do. What are we doing? Well, how about peeling vegetables with me? Can you get a paring knife from the kitchen? Be right back. While Hina ran off toward the kitchen, I brought a bowl heaped with potatoes over to a nearby sink. Hina came back when I had just finished washing all the grime off the skins. Good, she's got the blade of the knife covered with a towel. I moved the bowl to the middle of the bench and sat down across from Hina.
そんなに綺麗に剥かなくていいからね。少しくらい分厚くなっちゃってもいいから。たくさんあるからスピード優先でね。
I finished peeling my first potato as I spoke and carved out the sprouts.
そんなもん？ああ、そんなもん。目だけはちゃんとくり抜いてね。
I nodded in response to the potato Hina held up. We dropped the discarded skins into the bucket at our feet. Spilling a few of them wouldn't matter since we could always pick them up after we finished. The peeled potatoes went into an empty bowl and we move on to the next one. I think that's and we would move on to the next one. Hina was peeling about one for every two I did. Even then, she's probably quicker than most at this, thanks to how often she helps me. We peeled potato after potato together. The bench rested just in the shade of the school building, hidden from the strong afternoon sunlight. The breeze was a welcome relief. We could hear the cicadas crying in the distance, probably chirping from perches on the trees in the schoolyard. We sat against the pleasant backdrop, enjoying the ambiance. Wow. It's not a competition or anything, but Hina and I always do this. I think it motivates her. My hands might be moving faster now, too. Oh, that's cute. If I tell her that, I know Hina will do a good job. It's not like she's super skilled or anything, but she understands exactly what I want her to do. She's always serious when she helps me. We don't usually spend the time chatting when we do this. It's more like one of us will say something and we'll exchange a few words. Then we'll work quietly again for a bit. Then one of us will say something again, and so on. That kind of pace. Hina and I have always been like that. It was the same today. After a little bit, maybe 4 potatoes worth of silent work.
Mm. いろんな料理を作れるしね。こういう大人数分の料理も久しぶりだし。よかった。もしかしたらユナね、断るかもしれないって思ったから。断る？なんで？
Was I thinking about that? Did I consider saying no when Amishima-senpai and Inamoto-senpai asked me? I'm pretty sure I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to participate in the camp. I wonder why Hina thought I might refuse it. Aww. Oh, that's so cute. Hina was worried. My heart. Hina's words had left me dumbstruck for a moment. Hating cooking? I'd been cooking since I was little. I'd even liked it so much that I joined and became the president of the cooking club in middle school. I had, but hating it? I suppose I did for a while. Maybe not exactly hating, but it was certainly hard for me. It was right after that day. For some time after that, I lost confidence in just about everything I did. But I hadn't started hating it. Even when it was hard, that gradually started to fade as I kept cooking for my family and Hina. I came to realize that I didn't hate it when I cooked for Hina. She had realized that it had become hard for me to cook. No, I don't think she knew, Not the reason why cooking had become hard for me. She couldn't have. But she had realized what I was feeling, even though I was cooking for her like I always had.
私変だったかな。
変じゃないけど、私がこの学校に入る前、ちょっと違ってたから。
そっか。そうだよね。
Hina's always been closest to me after all. I started avoiding interactions with people when I began school here, not counting Ano. I never acted that way at home, and not to Hina, of course, but...
らしくない感じ、ずっとしてた。あまり学校のこと話してくれなくなったし。
うん。そうかもね。
ここに入ってから時々学校で見るユナね、いつも元気がない感じしてた。
Oh, sorry, you guys.
そうだったね。
Trigger finger. That was on purpose since I was trying to avoid interacting too much with anyone.
何かあったのかなって思った。
Since I was scared.
でも最近は違う。なんだか楽しそうな感じするよ、ユナね。こないだの追いかけっこもそう。合宿のこと頼んだ時もそう。ユナね、楽しそうだったよ。だからよかったって思ってた。うん。今もそう。合宿の料理作ってるユナね、楽しそう。だから嬉しい。
You're right, Hina. I am having fun now. It's hard work, but I like making all this food, and it's fun doing everything else too. I know that. I know I'm having fun now, even though I thought for a long time that I shouldn't. I get scared sometimes that I'm doing things I shouldn't be, but I'm still having fun.
ねえ、ひな。あのね、私、ずっとね、怖かったんだ。中学の最後の冬にね、最後の大会で優勝した時にね、料理部のみんなが話していることは聞いちゃったんだ。本当に偶然だったんだけどね。みんながね、私のこと本当は鬱陶しく思ってたってこと聞くつもりはなかったんだけどね。
The words came out. They came from deep down in my memories, from deep within my heart.
それを聞いたとき、ね、すごくショックだった。みんなのために頑張ってきたつもりだったのに、それが伝わってなかったことが、一緒に頑張ってきたって思ってたのに、それは私だけの思い違いだったってことが、私のやってきたことってみんな無駄だったのかなって、そう思ったの。怖くなったんだ。またこんな思いをすることが、誰かと深く関わっていろいろしてあげたことが全部余計なお世話だって、おせっかいだって言われることが。
Hina listened silently to my words, staring straight at me. I was looking down a little, trying to hide from her gaze. I kept my hands moving, peeling potatoes as I spoke. Hina wasn't trying to keep up anymore, and her hands were moving pretty slowly. But she listened to the whole thing, all the things I had holed out deep in my heart. I don't even know if I wanted to tell anyone about them, but
ヒナにバレちゃったのはその頃なんだろうね。しばらく今はもうちょっと平気になってるから。料理するのはやっぱり楽しいものだって。ヒナがいっぱい食べてくれるものね。美味しいっていつも言ってくれるから。料理まで嫌いにならなくてよかった。ありがとうね、ヒナ。
Hina shook her head hard enough to wave her short hair across her face.
ナネの作るご飯本当に美味しいよ。いつもずっと。
そっか。
だからありがとうって言いたいのは私の方。ユナね、いつもありがとう。
I'd never been able to tell anyone about that time before. I hadn't even told Hina. I didn't know who I should tell, after all. And now I've finally said it. It doesn't really change anything now that I've told her, but I do think I feel a little better for it. I bet this is what it feels like to have the weight taken off of your shoulders. I picked up the last potato in the bowl and peeled its skin. 5 cuts with the knife, digging out the sprouts, and it was done.
はい、これで終わり。ヒナ、それももういい？
あとちょっと。おしまい。
はい、ありがとう。
他は何か手伝うことある？
あとは大丈夫。配膳の時にまた手伝ってくれる？うん。それじゃあ練習に戻っていいよ。今日は肉じゃがと他いろいろ。デザートは桃のシャーベット。楽しみにしててね。
はい。みんな美味しいって言ってるよ。
本当？よかった。
ヤナ姉の料理すごいって。ご飯が楽しみだって。
ありがとう。
それじゃ練習に戻るね。
頑張ってね。
Oh, it was a super sweet moment. While Hina stood up, I picked up the bowl of peeled potatoes and took the knife she'd brought from her.
変な話聞かせてごめんね。でも聞いてくれて嬉しかった。
私もね。
え？
ユナ姉が話してくれたこと。その時は何もできなかったけど、今話してくれたから嬉しかった。それでユナ姉がありがとうって言ってくれたからもっと嬉しい。
Hina said, smiling brightly with that big grin of hers.
じゃあね。
Hina ran off toward the track, and while I watched her, I realized that evening cicadas had joined into the ambiance, that my cheeks felt hot for some reason and were probably red. Yeah, you do look a little flushed, Yuna. And that my heart was beating a little fast. Yep. What was that you were talking about? Talking to Nana about, Yuna? About being in love? Anyway, next time we will continue on with summer camp. But I'm over an hour, so I apologize that this one went super long. But thanks for watching, and I will talk to you on the next one. take care, everyone.